Good afternoon, everyone. It's Rachel here, and we are doing episode 1 of Down the Garden Path. So, the first prompt is wild flowers. So, we need to sort of start preparing the base. So, what I have here is a very old, fragile piece of pillowcase that I'm going to use as my base, and I've done the test. It doesn't resist my pin too much, just to make sure it's not too tough to stitch through. A calico would be better, but I don't have any calico, so I'm just going to recycle this pillowcase. Now what I've done here is I have just measured. I said that my spool is 15.5 centimeters. No, 16 from here to here, so I did 15.5 centimeters. And what I've done is I just put a snip in at 15.5, so I'll show you here. Let's put this on. I'll just measure it like this, now that I've already got a piece ripped. So just put that on there. This is how I work. Put a snip in there like so, and then you just rip it. And that should be 15.5 centimeters. Needs an iron, so I'll just put that one aside. I don't know if I'm going to need 2 of these. I might only need 1. I don't know centimeters. It's about 35 inches long, and then 35 inches long, so times that by 2.54 and you'll get centimeters. So I might only need 1 of these. I might not need 2, but I'll put that one aside. If I need to add more onto here, what I will do is just stitch them together like that, like so, and then continue on. Okay, so I said wildflowers. So first of all, I need to start building up my background. I'm not just going to embroider wildflowers onto there. And I'm going to pull out my basket of scraps and laces. Here we go. Right, so let's see. I really have not thought about what I'm going to do. Now, you don't obviously have to go all green if you don't want to. We can build up our layers. Like I still want it to be a project where I just include things because I love them. So that's a possibility. Let's just snip off. So in this video, we will do our background. You can decide how much of your strip, if you're doing the strip like us, like Sass and I, then you can decide how much of it you're going to use. I mean, this is how random I am. I have these pieces flying around and I literally just start laying them down. Yeah, you can decide how far down it you're going to go. You might collage a little bit further than what you're actually going to stitch your wildflowers on. And also, you can move backwards and forwards on your strip with the prompts. Does that make sense? So you can sort of come back in here and add some of the future prompts in there if you want to. And what I don't want is this piece here, this hem. Maybe I can open it. I may need to iron everything. Oh, that's one for the books. I don't know why I'm using those scissors. They don't cut fabric. So of course, when this goes to air, I won't be here. I'll be in Australia. Oh my wordy lordy. Can I pull this out? It's getting dark here too. I've got the ring light on, so you should have enough light. Let me see. A little bit of a shadow. Okay, so I'll line that piece, and that way again it's extra, so I can put it on my piece. There we go. That's good. That's like that. So this is what I mean. I kept all my plainer sort of fabrics, you know, and I might, this is a beautiful linen. I might just, this is the base. Actually, it's actually very nice. Sort of feels like a brushed cotton. I might even have that peekabooing through sometimes. And I may sort of layer bits and pieces up. Like I love that texture in that one. I don't want that one. I've got a bit of this mattress ticking, which is quite thin. Maybe I'll put a bit of that. No. I don't want to get into a big mess. So yeah, these are my as I said, showed you when we did the things I might need. You know, gathering your supplies sort of video. That I had all of these wonderful things just put aside for my background. Now, do I want it that way? Would I like it? I think I would like it to go there. And I might just stop here with my collaging, and then the rest will come. If you can hear that, that's my husband. He's very loud on the telephone. Apologise for that. I think I'll have that bodgy edge up there. Put that there. I did quite like this. Maybe I'll put it. No, I liked it there. I'll leave it there. And I don't know whether to go. I mean, it's all new to us as well, so I don't know whether to go further on or just leave it. What else do I have here that I could add? Now, no. What else do I have? Got all kinds of lovely things in here. I think I might stop there. Well, I've got this lovely piece. I could have that going. So you only just see a tiny bit of that. Or you could have it, no, tiny bit of that linen there. And then have that one maybe over there a bit further. Or, no, I don't want to cover all of that up. Put that there. Yeah, I think I'll keep that. I don't know whether I want it to go all the way up. I don't think. Okay, so I'm going to pin those in place. Now I'm just going to also decide, oh, I have that lovely piece. See, that can come in a bit further down the track. I don't need that yet. I was going to decide if I might like a little bit of some sort of lace. I may not necessarily use all of these laces because they were the ones left over from the last time. But I might, you know, I might hop up and grab others. I do like that there. So we're still slow stitching. And I think I like that up there. We can just put it there temporarily. Maybe I would like it. No, I liked it going across. I've got to trust my instincts. Okay. And then I can start building my wildflowers there. Now I am having thoughts. I've got these, but I might use these later. Like, you know, you could just say you wanted to integrate, give a little bit of texture in the grassy sort of area. You could have these sorts of things here and there, but I'm not ready to start adding those. And this I think would be really great, sort of like bunched up like that to create texture. So let's just grab the pins and I'm going to pin it, and I will invisible stitch it like I have done in all the videos pretty much. I'm going to invisible stitch. I like it all to be stitched down, and then I will be able to start thinking about my composition. And you might at this point, while you're tacking or stitching down, I don't like to work with pins in my work. That drives me bananas. Everything gets caught on them. I need to trim those off. I'll do that once they're stitched down. But you might want to decide, do you want to do like cantha stitching all over the background? Are you going to leave it kind of plain? What are you going to do with your background? Are your flowers going to be appliqued? Are they going to be a mix of applique and embroidery? How is it going to work? Are you going to cut out vintage embroideries? I mean, I'm going to do flowers. They probably, I'll try and make them look like wildflowers. Actually, I've got those books that I showed you, the vintage ones with the illustrations. They might be good to use as inspiration for types of wildflowers to embroider. So there we go. So we've made a start, and I'm going to stitch that down, and then we'll come back and we will start putting on, like drawing on some flowers, and then I'll start embroidering them. Now I may not finish everything before I go away, but I'll have it all started so that you guys can get crack-a-lackin' on it. Yeah. Okay, so I'll be back soon. Bye. Hi guys, so I'm back. I've had a change of plans. Now, I was talking to my mum, as you do, and just a sec. I'll show you that after. We'll move that out of the way. I was chatting to my mum, and I was talking about what I was doing with this, and I had said to her I was doing it horizontal, and she's like, oh, but why don't you do it vertical? And I said, well, I've stitched down my fabrics, but I guess it doesn't really matter which way they go, because they're kind of, except for the green I had strategically pasted there, but it doesn't really matter. And so I've decided now that I am going to do it vertical. So this is going to attach to the spool. Now I've changed it. I'm not doing it horizontal anymore. I'm just going to quickly stitch down this tulle. I wanted to add a piece of dotted tulle to just add a little bit of another dimension and a bit of texture. And then we're going to look at my composition of wildflowers, and then I will I'll stitch them a little bit off camera just to get them going, and then I will do some on camera next week. I'm super excited about this project. Now, this is going to attach to my spool, and it's going to, I have decided I'm going to hang it on the wall. I wasn't going to, I was just going to have it wrapped up somewhere. I'll trim those bits off. But now I've decided it's going to hang on my wall, and I've got a nice bit here right in front of me. And on the right hand side of my window where I've got my shelves, there's a piece of wall there. And eventually the other side is lots of big wall. I want to have things hanging up there. But I do have this little strip here, and I thought it would be nice if my my down the garden path was hanging there, and I'm super excited about it. Thank you, Mum. Super excited. And so Mum was encouraging me to do that, and that is what I'm going to do. Now, I'm only going around the edge of this tulle because I can, I'll be embroidering over the top. So it doesn't really matter if it's puffy, because it will be held down. Now, also remember with the project that you will be, it's not going to be like the book where each section is completed. Like, you may come back in here and add more to make it all sort of flow, sort of thing. So you will be moving backwards and forwards, up and down your, whatever you're doing. So to sort of tie it all in together, instead of having segments, if you know what I mean. So I will be doing that, and so I'm not going to completely fill my section. I've just decided a random section here, and I can't remember because I did stitch these pieces. I did do this, the first part of this video the other day, and I can't remember what I said, but I've purposely here left this not stitched down so that when I go move down, I can decide whether I'm going to slide something underneath there, or I could decide to put it over the top. At least I've got the option. So do that too. If you're doing it like, you know, on a piece of base fabric like this, be mindful of that. So I'm very excited about this project. I haven't ever made anything that I'm going to hang on my wall before. So super, super pleased. And yes, I can't think if there's anything else I want to tell you while I stitch this on. Oh yeah, I am going to be using all kinds of, you know, I will be doing embroidery, but I will also be attaching vintage embroidered flowers that I fussy cut out and trying to sort of integrate it all. I want to create texture. There's going to be layers. It's going to be a bit of fun, I think. You never know, I might even add some mark making, who knows, with actual pens, not just thread. You don't know what direction it's going to take. That's the other reason, like, I can't tell you what my length is going to be because I'm going to be working up and down on it. And like, I will proceed mostly down, but I could come back here and add something else afterwards. So it just depends how far you go, you know, you extend. That's your decision to do. That's not like, you know, each one is going to be different. So just stitch this on, and then we'll draw the flowers on and have a look at the composition. And once I draw my flowers on, you know, it's just a vague sort of thing. I just looked up wildflowers. Then I can start embroidery, but that will be next week. And yeah, hopefully I get it finished, because you know this is going to be published. I'll be in Australia when this is published, so I've had to pre-record it. Otherwise, you weren't going to get any videos from me because I couldn't guarantee that I'd be doing them in Australia. Like, I might pop into my sister's, but I'm not going to sit and do a long video, is what I'm saying. Okay, so this is my base so far, and I want to put some wildflowers. And I've got some, I just did a vague, I was going to put it that way, but I've done a vague sort of drawing like that. So I'll just do vague lines and work out my composition, and then I'm going to see if I want to add anything else. So so make little notes. Spotted tulle. I'm going to do some canthus, oh excuse me, I'm going to do some canthus stitching along here and across there maybe. And I'm just going to draw my, I'm just using the Frixion pen. I've taken it without its cover. I'll just go up here and sort of draw. I want them to come up a little bit, and I'll have another branch there. I mean, I'm not doing any real, you know, realistic sort of flowers or anything like that. I'm just making them up. They're not real flowers, they're pretend. So that's that. And I might, you know, put my, I'll do my vague idea of the flowers first, but then I may come in and add some more. And then, oh, this is going to be hard to draw on here. I love those types. So here we could do pistol stitch. We did that, we covered that in our first journal of stitchery. And then we might have one going up there. And can't really draw on the lace, it's a bit hard. So I think I'll leave that for the minute, and then I'll build that with the embroidery. You can probably hardly see it, but it's kind of those lines, and I just want to see, I've got things everywhere. Oh dear, I've got to move things, just a sec. Aha, this is what I wanted. I wanted to see if I might like to add, see that's a similar colour to that, so maybe I want a piece of this. I might have this in other colours too, which would be good. If I were to put that there like that, do I want that? Or I could iron it and have a piece shooting up there just to give me, in fact, I think I would like it on there flat. So let's just cut a random piece. I don't think I want the edging. I don't want the edging, but I'm going to put that on there because it's just going to put, in my opinion, a bit of a nice greeny sort of shadow over the things, which I like. So I'm going to stitch that down too, in the same way I stitched the tulle. This is like a hand-dyed organza. Oh goodness, don't ask me where I got it from because I've had it for years and never used it, but I really like that. I'm building up layers. I'm going to put that there. That's going to make it have a little bit of green, a bit of shady green. And let me see here.
Hello.
Hi, Lulu. Say hi to everybody.
Hi, guys.
This video is going up in January.
Oh, ahead.
I have to get ahead, Lulu. This is the stitchery. You can't stop because we're away. And I'm going to put a little bit of that there.
It's way too cold for my liking.
I know it's cold. Those horrible people haven't come to program our heating. So we are here in December with no heating, guys. No heating on. I have put on the air conditioning in reverse cycle. So like I'm warm. But honestly, you know, we don't want to be doing that too often. I have done it, but I'm not going to do it too often. But yeah, I can't do it too often. I'm wondering, do I want this? Because my thing needs to come down. So do I want to close this off with this piece of thing? I think I can. I might, you know, eventually have a little bit of a path here and there that's drawing our eye down. So I guess, yes, this is okay. So this can stay here. So I will go ahead and stitch those on. I'll start stitching lots of these bits here, but I will leave at least, you know, one branch with the flowers of each one to show you what I did. So that way, you know, you're not missing out, sort of thing. So that is my first video, woohoo, for 2023, Roxy's Journal of Stitchery episode. It will be episode 3 or 4. I don't know whether I'm going first or Sarah. So you'll see that in the title, whichever one it is. And yeah, so I hope you're excited. We're really looking forward to seeing what you guys are coming up with. And I will see you again soon. Bye.